Hey there, this is Patrice Washington from patricewashington.com, where we chase purpose, not money. Now, today we're going to talk about how to get you ready for your holiday budget. But before we do, I want to remind you to go ahead and subscribe somewhere around here because I don't want you to miss any of our videos that come out each and every Tuesday. Okay, so it's the holiday season, right? And that usually means for a lot of us that we are stressed beyond belief. This is supposed to be a time that we're happy, that is joyful, that we're spending time with family and friends, and instead we allow this time to stress us out and give us debt. And those are two things that I don't want you to have this year. So if you're preparing a holiday budget, there are some things that I want to give you, a few tips to help make sure that you do this correctly. The first thing is assess what you spent last year. The greatest indicator of what you might spend will come from whatever your habits have been for the last few years. So take out those bank statements, look for the old receipts, and really look at what you did that holiday season. It's from around November 20th to December 31st. You want to look at all expenses, tally it up, and then use that number to kind of guide your budget. The second thing is you really want to write down who and what are in your spending plan. See, sometimes we have a budget in our minds, but we really haven't taken into account each and every person that we might want to get a gift for or each and everything that we normally spend on. That's everything from additional food to travel. That's looking at your kids and really setting a budget for each and every person. How much are you going to spend on your spouse? How much will you spend on coworkers? You want to write that down, tally it all up. And if that number exceeds what you spent last year, the number we're basing your budget on, then you definitely have to cut some things. Now, I'm not saying you have to cut people out, although I do sometimes. But I'm not saying that you have to cut people out, but that might help reshape what you're thinking about getting them. And the third thing that you want to do is have a designated savings account for your holiday plans. Because I hear of a lot of people trying to save money in their normal checking account. And to me, that's a recipe for disaster, right? If you are trying to do mental math and separate what your normal obligations are from what your holiday plan spending is, it's just going to be a mess. Don't even do it. So once you have that separate account designated, I prefer online accounts where I can transfer money, but I can't access it for at least 48 hours because it'll make me think before I, transfer. I prefer using accounts like that and then thinking about how many weeks or paychecks are between today and Christmas. And then I work backwards. You want to divide that number and find the equal amount of money you should be saving each and every week or each and every paycheck. So now I want to hear from you. Do the holidays typically just overwhelm and stress you out? Have you started to use a budget just to make sure you can keep the peace during the holidays? Because here's the thing, guys. The stress is not worth it. And I want you to get through this holiday season debt-free and stress-free. Make sure you answer those questions over at patricewashington.com because remember, I'm building a community of women who want to grow with me. That means you want to live your life's purpose, find fulfillment, and earn more without ever chasing money. Want to learn more? Download the Redefining Wealth podcast now. There, you'll get more insights on my 6 pillars of wealth and also hear inspiring interviews by some of the country's leading entrepreneurs, executives, authors, entertainers, and athletes on how they use these principles to fuel their finances and success.